made trails.
Uh-huh. So the trails coming up the hill here?
Coming up the hill and going clean over there, going back around. And we played like we were cops and robbers.
Really?
We followed all those trails around, you know, chasing each other.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was recess, huh?
You know, I haven't been here since Dr. Lee and Miss Beans owned this
Oh, really?
property.
When did you start going to the school here?
I couldn't tell you the year.
Uh-huh. Did you start school here, or did you start?
Pardon?
Did you start school here?
I started school here.
Okay.
I started first grade and I ended up 8th grade, and I got promoted.
Uh-huh.
And that was the end of my school.
Okay, so 8th grade is...
You get 65 years ago, it was a long ways from here at San Jose.
Right.
No cars, so I didn't go to high school.
This was your school then, all the way through?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
My sisters too, I had 2 sisters graduated here. And I was... I started school the last years that they got promoted. So they hauled me to school that last year, horse and buggy, that's what they used. And then the following year, my neighbor had a couple, boy and a girl that went to school.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad gave him the horse and buggy to haul me to school for that 1 year. Well, there used to be a gate there, and that's the way I came in.
Okay.
Horseback. But we used to come in this way when with the car.
Okay, so there was a little driveway here?
Yeah, it had to be right in here someplace.
Okay.
Yeah, right in there was a driveway.
Yeah, there's an old little place. There's a little place that's paved right there. I thought it was probably a driveway at one time.
And then where that tank is, came down to this gate. There used to be a building there.
Oh, really? What was the building?
And we kept when my sisters came, they used to keep their buggy in there.
Okay.
And when I started, I used to keep my saddle in there. And there was a place for the horse to eat. You know, it had manger in there.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to haul hay down, and I'd feed them hay. But he had all of this area to eat. He had
Okay.
plenty of feed, you know.
Yeah, it just roamed around, huh?
Because we used to keep that gate closed and keep that back gate closed. And I used to turn them loose. The teacher says turn them loose. I let them eat that grass, you know.
Did you have the same teacher all the way through?
No.
No.
Had 3 teachers.
3 teachers during that time?
In fact, they closed this school for 1 year because there were only 3 of us going to school.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay.
So I had to go down here to the airport school.
Okay.
And then they opened it up again, and I started.
So what? Do you remember what year of school you were in at that time? Was it in the middle, like 3rd or 4th grade, or?
Oh, the grade I was in?
Yeah.
It must have been about the 5th grade. 5th
Okay.
grade, I think. Yeah.
Do you remember? Was it red?
No.
No.
Miss Beans and Dr. Lee painted it red. It used to be kind of a gray color. You know, they didn't think about after all these years that it was going to be. I mean, it's you have to keep this school, right?
Yes, and in fact, I'm going to try to restore it.
Yeah.
That's the next step, which is part of the reason I want to know what any of your recollections that you might have.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to head on in.
This was a cloakroom.
Yeah, I can still see on the walls where there were hooks.
Yeah, well, it had shelves
Uh-huh.
all the way around here. And the flagpole was here.
Oh.
This was just a door. They made this a little bigger. It was just a door here.
Uh-huh.
The rest was all enclosed. And the flagpole was up there. We used to have our flag here. And
Wow.
we put it up to the flagpole. Every morning, every night, every afternoon, we'd bring it down, fold it, put it here in this room.
Remember if the ceiling was actually blue then?
I imagine it's a different ceiling. Maybe it's the same one.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same one.
Was this thing here, was this something that was actually here? This cabinet?
Yeah.
Was that used here, or is that something that came in later?
I couldn't say.
You don't remember if that,
I know,
yeah.
It had different cabinets here. We used to put our lunch and stuff out here.
Right.
And we had a big potbelly stove right here.
Right. Do you remember it was a big one? It had the big potbelly stuff. It was
Big
old.
potbelly stove with a lid on it. Just open up, put the wood in it.
Uh-huh.
In fact, that's where we used to pack the wood from, is where I just told you I kept my saddle and all.
Oh, in the building over there, yeah.
And, every once in a while they'd bring a load of wood up to the school here and coal. We used to burn coal too in the stove. Right here.
Wow. And so with the stove here, where did everybody sit? Which way, do you remember which way you faced where the teacher was?
The seats were all facing that way, yeah.
Faced that back wall.
Because the big blackboard was up there.
Right, and part of it's still there.
Is that still it?
Part of it is, yeah, half of it is.
See, they made this partition in between here. This was all just one room. I don't know what they did here. This is all new.
Yeah, yeah, because there's a rolling car in here, and I think that had something to do with Ms. Bean's granary. Yeah, she stored grain in here.
Yeah, they stored hay in here,
Uh-huh.
In later years, after they closed the school down, the two ladies that bought the place, they had hay in here, hay and grain.
So you can still see half of the chalkboard is still there.
That's part of the blackboard right there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's blackboards all around. We used to write different things. The teacher would tell us to go do this over there and do this here.
So you did have them all around, yeah. Because I was wondering, because they have, it was painted to here, and then the color changes, and I thought there's probably a blackboard or something over that part. Do you remember the windows at all?
Pardon?
Do you remember the windows at all?
Yeah,
What they looked like? Did they have?
Yeah, this is the same frames.
Uh-huh.
The windows.
Yeah.
The windows there and windows across there.
Yeah.
Because when I'd come to school in the morning, sometimes the teacher, she got here way before I did. And she'd see me ride my horse through here.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd send one of the other kids, if they got here before me, she'd go out and help me,
Right.
Unsaddle. Good weather, fine, but when it got rain and hail, it's a long ride from up home to here.
Yeah.
I'd come in soaked. She'd make me take my chaps off and jacket and all that, and had a stove here. And she said, "Oh, you stay by that stove till you get warmed up, Pretty good. The last teacher I had was a real good teacher.
Do you remember her name?
Pardon?
Do you remember her name?
Mrs. Berger.
Berger. Okay.
Yeah.
I've read that name in some of the history books.
Yeah, her name was Mrs. Berger, and I even forgot the first one that I had. Thompson.
Okay.
Mrs. Thompson.
Yeah, so the windows, of course, are gone from the inside. We don't, and I'm not sure what they
this is all
look
changed.
like.
All of this, we never had that.
Yeah. So did they have like wood frames inside, like the cross things, or were they just glass?
Just some of them had glass, and some of them you could pick up and
Right.
slide up and down.
Yeah, it looks like because all the weights are still in there.
That's it. Yeah.
That you can slide them up and down, but I didn't know if they were just straight panes of glass, or if they had the cross hatches in the glass. Yeah.
You know, the bad thing is that's a long time ago.
Yeah, well, I can't remember my elementary school, and I'm 37 years old, so you're doing great.
The people never took pictures too much, you know.
Right.
Very seldom somebody take. And now that I look back, and I had a lot of people ask me questions about my place too, you know, because that's the oldest home in the hills too.
Right.
Where
Yeah.
my cookie lives, my daughter, and we got pictures of that, but this. I should, you know, in those days, especially a young kid going to school. But my mom and dad and my older sisters, they should have took a few pictures. We never got one picture for the school.
Wow. Yeah. And they never took class pictures. And, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, this is so everybody kind of faced this way, and the teacher had a desk up in the front.
Oh, what?
The teacher had a desk up in the front, right? Or
yeah, she had her desk right about in there. And we had all the old seats, you know, old school seats.
Right.
With the desk, right?
Huh. Trying to imagine it.
Yeah.
And did they have anything? Do you remember on the walls? Any maps, decorations?
Well, yeah, there should be pictures of Washington, pictures of different old-time things, you know.
Right.
And I always remember had a big old clock right there on that wall right there.
Ah.
We always waiting for lunchtime or recess.
Everybody watching the clock. Things haven't changed. Yeah.
This is a cable, huh?
Yeah, I think it's holding the walls together.
To hold it from shifting.
Yeah. See, we're thinking, since the building is so thin and it doesn't have any framing, that we might be able to lift this part of the building with a crane and fix the foundation.
Nothing in here clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that lean-to wasn't there, and that lean-to wasn't there when I went to school.
No, those seem to be pretty recent. I think they were built in the 1970s. I think they were built in the 1970s. They seem to be pretty new. These things here. Yeah.
Yeah, but she used to have cows, you know, and she used to feed them here.
Did you? Was this trough here? The feeding trough here?
Yeah.
When you were at school, did they have that down there?
Oh, this.
The trough.
The trough?
Yeah.
No, they put that when they had cattle to feed them. They put hay in the barn here and they'd feed them along there.
Yeah. Someone told me that they had this here when the kids came to school. They'd feed their horses there, but I didn't think so. I thought that came later. It doesn't seem to be that old.
The only ones that came to school here on horses were my sisters and I and one of the neighbor's kids. He had a horse. And he came to school here. That's the only horses that ever been around here during my school days. Anyway.
Right.
But
so they even had chalkboards all the way at the back too.
There's a lot of blackboards, but not many kids writing on them. Because I had to quit when on the third grade. They didn't have third or fourth grade. they couldn't afford a teacher coming all the way out here just to teach 3 people.
Right.
So then things kind of built up a little bit. But when I graduated, there was 6 of us. That was it.
Wow. Wow. Do you know what year it was that you graduated?
Pardon?
Do you know what year it was that you graduated?
No, I forgot now.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, if you don't mind me asking, what year were you born?
I can look. I can figure it out.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Yeah. Yeah. What year were you born?
1921.
21. Okay. Yeah. So.
80 years ago.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
80 years.
Wonderful. So yeah, the pot-bellied stove was something I was interested in, and the windows.
This looks bigger than what I thought it looked in here.
Do you remember this case being here? The bookcase, the shelves?
No, I don't. I know there's a lot of shelves.
Mm-hmm.
But it had a bunch of junk in it most of the time. We used to put our lunches there.
Huh.
Hang our clothes, whatever we had, coats or hats. I used to keep extra clothes here at the school. So when I get here in the mornings, I'd have something to change, if I wet my shoes or whatever. A few times I had to walk from the, a horse got crippled. I had to walk to school.
Wow. And how far up the hill are you?
3.5 miles.
3.5 miles. Wow.
Yeah.
And was there electricity in here at all?
Anyway?
Was there electricity here
No,
at all?
No.
You always always just worked by the window light or kerosene lamps?
Kerosene lanterns we had here. Whenever the teacher, well, like when I graduated, I had 5 or 6 of those kerosene, coal oil, kerosene lamps. I had a bunch of those here that night because they had a party here that night there's 2 of us graduated. And we had a party here, and all the neighbors came to it, danced and all that.
Wow. It's interesting to think of things that have happened here. And also, this looks like old telephone wire here. There wasn't a telephone in here, was there?
Mm-mm.
Nope. Yeah. I think that all came in later.
Yeah, when that Dr. Lee was her name, and Miss Beans bought this place and all that. Then they added electricity here, I guess, and all that stuff. Before that, nothing.
Do you happen to remember the doors at all? These aren't the original doors.
That ain't just, no.
No. Do you know if there was 1 door or 2 doors?
I think it was just 1 door.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I one big door.
Yeah, was it one big door? Okay. I'll,
Let's see, matured there.
Yeah.
I had 1 big door here. I think so, anyway.
Do you remember where you went to the bathroom, where the outhouse was, or?
Yeah, real well.
Oh, huh? Where was that?
Right about in there.
Okay.
About 10 feet from the building. The boys' outhouse is right here. Yeah. And the girls' house was on that side.
Okay.
And I was just telling the guy that was up there, the 2 outhouses were right here. One, the boys and the girls. Well, they wanted to block it off, so I don't know why, but you don't know what's going to happen, the boys and the girls back here. So they put a petition from there to the middle of the outhouses.
Oh, so...
It was a kind of a fence deal,
Right.
From there to here.
So the boys would have to go that way around the school, and girls would have to go this way around the school, right?
We all could come around this way or that
Oh, okay.
way. But they had the petition here. But you could walk around the outhouse and go into the girls' out. It didn't make sense to put the petition in the middle.
Huh.
But that's what it was. Right here, like that. We were over there and the girls were over here.
Huh.
Yeah, that old lumber's still holding on that school.
Yeah, gotta get it kind of nailed back down, though.
In those old years, they had almost the same design in the lumber. See, my old house is 150 years old, and it's got like that one.
Huh.
Laps over.
Right. And so when you'd play, you had trails going all the way up, and I guess the hill just kind of went straight up. It didn't cut in because the house was being built there, right? Yeah. So
I think they made it a little bigger up there where the house is built. It looks like it anyway. I don't know.
Oh, really? Okay. So it's actually maybe they added dirt. Yeah.
We used to have trails all around here to the fence there and back and forth. We used to play cops and robbers.
Wow.
Little stick in our hand, we go chase each other, and we didn't have no other games to play, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
We played baseball a little bit down in the front yard there, but. Many years I spent here.
Yeah, well, hopefully...
Got a pretty good roof on there now, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Whoever put it on. That's pretty good.
Yeah, the roof looks pretty good. So I'm hoping...
Pardon?
I'm hoping that within the next year or so, it's going to start looking more like the way you remember it. Because we're going to take these off.
You're going to take them out?
Oh yeah. We want to make it look
Back the way it
look
was.
the way it was. Yeah.
Yeah, these are nice little buildings here that they put in there.
Yeah.
Side here.
Yeah.
For animals, for horses. Yeah, we used to plant flowers along the wall of the school, and a few different flowers out in here, but I don't see nothing like. Well, at my house, just as old as here. There's flowers, lilies, and all that still grows, you know.
Mm-hmm.
From years ago.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot of geraniums planted along there.
Geraniums, that's good to know. Yeah, so once I get that, I'll start planting them again. You know, it's interesting to hear all the little details. And any memories that come back to you, I'm always interested in hearing. To kind of help us get this back. Water well is over here. Was there a water well there? No. What did you do?
Water came from that other ranch up above. You know where Patrick's live?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just below them, there's a. Well, when you make that turn going into up towards Patrick, there still is a cement deal there with it holds the water.
Okay.
And our water came down alongside of the road. Well, there used to be cattle in that field, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It came down to this corner here, and it came to the school.
Okay. So you actually had a little pipeline from up there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was wondering, since my well is right there, I was wondering if there may have been a hand pump there or something at one time.
No.
Yeah.
The water came from a long ways up the hill there. Ortez, you bought it from Ortez?
Yeah.
He cut a lot of wood here, up there, these trees.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. These trees were branched out quite a bit. Yeah, wood gonna rot here, huh? You don't burn wood?
Yeah, I've been burning it.
Yeah.
It was so high. So yeah, I've been coming down and bringing it up and burning it, but there's so much of it. Yeah, if you need any wood, come and take some.
Really?
If you need any wood, come and take some. Yeah, it's.
Well, if you're burning it, you can use it. I use a lot of wood. A lot of wood. I'm forever cutting wood. Most of the wood I cut, those trees that blew down, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Cut them up. Yeah.
Interesting to think of this place. You know, I mean, all I've seen is the way it is now. You know, it's interesting to hear of memories.
All different roofs on here too, because the hole where the flag came out was right there, but it's not. They covered everything up for it again.
Right.
Yeah.
So, so where the flag came out, now, when it would rain, would it just get wet in there? Is that what would happen, or how did the?
Yeah, it'd get wet there. We'd have to put the flag on the side of the, and then put the. Had a big tin tray, like. And we'd very seldom when it was raining, put the flag up.
Right.
And you could shut the ceiling off, but it still rained down through this hole from the roof, you know.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
We had a tin plate down there, and it used to rain, come down, not too much, and well, it was a hole like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I used to crawl through it a lot of times, and we'd dump it rain. We just dump it at night or next day or two, whatever. It was about that, like a pan there.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's really neat. Maybe I should put the flagpole back.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. And there was no bell, right? Didn't have a school bell.
No.
Didn't really need one here, I don't think. Yeah.
We used to have a sign like that, but it said Laguna School.
Wonder if that is the sign, and maybe it's just underneath there.
We just had one door going from the cloak. We call it cloakroom. Going into the school. Just one door on that side. That was it. The other side was all blocked.
So this was all blocked here.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the schoolhouse, the flagpole was there.
Yeah, the flagpole is right there.
Huh.
Right about in the middle of it.
So it came right up the center.
Come out of this building, yeah.
Yeah.
This side of the school, anyway.
Yeah. So this actually was a separate little room. Okay. That's good to know. Do you know if any of your other classmates are still around?
Who?
Do you know if any of your other classmates are still around, or around here, or people who went to school here?
Went to school?
Yeah.
No. Well, my sister's 87.
Mm-hmm.
And she went to school there. She came up here to visit Ortez.
Mm-hmm.
With my daughter Joanne. You know Joanne?
No.
She works at the farmer's insurance.
No, I don't know her.
I think talk to your wife, I guess.
I think, yeah, probably has. Yeah.
Well, she had my sister come here and look at her old school too. You know, she's 87. The outhouses, there used to be just one.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd have to ask teacher permission to go to that, because boys and girls went to the same outhouse, you know.
Uh-huh.
And then finally they got, I guess, I don't know, somebody got tired of telling the teacher and all that, and they put two of them, one for the boys and one for the girls. It might have been 2 girls and 3 boys. You know, there wasn't too many here then.
Right.
The summertime is when we had more students.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In the summer?
In the spring of the year.
Uh-huh.
All that country you're looking at, look down as far as you want. And all up in here, there's all peas.
Oh, okay.
There used to be a house right there. See where that eucalyptus tree is? Just over your tank here.
Yeah. So there's a house down there? Huh.
There's still the parts of the old barn is down here. Down where those tulies are.
Right. Oh, yeah. I remember the barn being there.
Way down.
Yeah, that was.
Okay, and the house was just up above that barn, up above that gum tree, eucalyptus. And,
Okay.
they used to farm all this land down in here, and the guy that owned that other ranch I was just showing you over here, they farmed all this side hill, all in peas.
Huh.
All in peas. And in the spring of the year, they were ready to be picked. And about 4 or 5 Mexican families pitched their tents down there, up there, and they'd pick peas. Well, the kids had to go to school, so they came here. And that put the school busy. You know? There's about 15 extra kids here.
Wow. Interesting. Yeah, I was wondering what happened during the summers here, and that. So they just kept school going, huh?
Pardon?
They just kept school going during the summer. They had a summer session then.
Yeah. Well, they picked peas, and then they helped. Some of them had to quit and go some other place to do work, you know.
Right.
And it all came from Mexico. A lot of them couldn't hardly speak English, nothing. And see, my wife, you know where the Downing Ranch is? Okay. Her father farmed most of that land.
Oh, okay.
And he had peas and corn and raised a lot of hay, you know. And a lot of them went to airport school, those kids from down there. But he had 30, 40 Mexicans working for him. They're picking peas and corn all through the spring of the year. That's how I got acquainted with my wife. She lived over there. When they closed this school down for a year, I had to go to airport, and I got acquainted with her, and we got married later. Well, it wasn't much, but I gave you a few.
No, you gave a lot. That was wonderful. I mean, I would have never have known about the flagpole or the trails or about the outhouses, and it's fun to learn because the walls can't talk.
Yeah. The gate had to be right in here someplace to come in.
The old driveway. It just goes right in. To the school.
Rancher, him and his niece lived together for many, many years. And they had a ranch back here. And she used to drive a Model T.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And when he'd get by that stop sign there, she's just barely chugging along, you know. He'd jump off, and she could make it. If he stayed in it, she couldn't make it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. So you've lived on this road all your life?
Yep.
Wow.
See, my dad, after he bought the ranch up there, he planted 25 acres of grapes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was a lot of work.
Yeah, we haven't even been up here a year yet. It's only been about a year that we've been up here, but we're really enjoying
it's been
it.
a year now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. You like it though?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people buy a place up here in the hills and they say, oh, it's too far to go to work, it's too lonesome up here and all that.
I
They
think
keep it 2, 3, 4 years and then sell it.
yeah, that's kind of been the pattern with this house, it looks like.
Yeah.
I can't see getting tired of it. It's just,
Well,
yeah. Well, I really appreciate you coming up here. Can I get you anything to drink or
talking to you.
anything?
Yeah.
Can I get you anything to drink or anything? Or are you
No,
okay?
thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I get home in time to feed my animals, my chores, chickens, and
right.
dogs. So they have a senior club down there and all that. Senior citizens, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gives me hell all the time. Why do you stay up there? You don't even come down. You come down and I introduce you to a lot of new people.
Who's that? Mabel?
Huh?
Who is that? Is that
Mabel?
Mabel Mattis?
Yeah.
It sounds like something. That sounds like Mabel.
Yeah. I've known her all her life and my life too.
Wow.
Her dad he was a good man. He used to do a lot of work with mules around here, you know. Yeah, worked the grounds. And he was a good fellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to Mabel not too long ago. She was just leaving for Hawaii.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
I talked to her after that. She came up to the house, her and her son, and visited me, you know. And, you know, we had a good time, so that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. I just saw her last night. Yeah.
Okay.
Great. Well, thank you.